What's going on in your love life at the moment, or not, and why? Well, let's find out. I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com, and I've made a new pick a card read for you. This is a full Celtic cross tarot spread about your love life to really get into the depths of what is going on and why you're in the patterns that you're in and all of that kind of stuff. If you're into that, keep on watching. Now, this is a timeless reading. Whenever you're finding this video, it's good to watch. Each of these readings has got a deeper dive to it. That's an extended reading that goes with it. If you find that it is your story, could be a story, or you want it to be a story, then you might want to get that for even more. If you do, toward the end of the reading, I'll be popping a link for it up there, and you can also find a link for those in the description box and in the comments below. So all you need to do now is take your pick. Which one would you like? Would you like the crystal, which unfortunately I smashed after I did the reading? So the top's come off it now. It's out with the Eight of Swords from the Lightseer's Tarot deck. Or would you like the flower? The flower is out with the Moon card, which is from the Muse Tarot deck. Spider Lily. Or would you like the shell? And the shell is out with the Ten of Swords from the Tarot of Mystical Moments. So take your pick now, and don't forget to click like before you click off down there. Click that subscribe button if you're new. Leave a comment. That'll get you an entry into a prize draw for a free reading with me worth 160 Australian dollars every month. I've got a second draw as well. It's for those of you that purchase the deeper dives to these pick a card reads as well. As many as you purchase throughout the month will get you entries into that. And again, that is for a private reading with me worth 160 Australian dollars. So well worth doing that. Now, reasons to be a subscriber to my channel. I do a daily Today's Tarot every single day of the year. I also go live 3 times a week in my Psychic Cafe show as well, where I give one question readings. Now you can book in for one of those one question readings at any time on my website, BeHealing.com. Find a link for that in the description box below and also up there too. You can book at any time because all the pre-booked readings I'll do right at the start of the next live show, and then I'll send you the link to the replay. You don't need to be able to make it live to get one of those. You can watch it in your own time, or you can come live. You can book while I'm live too, and it makes it a little bit more interactive when you do that as well. I also offer private readings from my website, BeHealing.com. You can find a link for that in the description box below and also up there too. And I get those out within 48 hours of you ordering them. Well, all you need to do now is take your pick, crystal, flower, or shell. You'll find your timestamps down in the comments and also in the description box as well to fast forward to your reading, and I'll see you in there. So if you chose the crystal along with the Lightseer's Tarot deck, then this one's for you. Let's give you a full Celtic Cross tarot spread about your love life and see what's going on, what's not going on, and why. Now, as usual, crystals, there's going to be a deeper dive to this. That's an extended reading that goes with it. So if you find that it is your story, could be a story, or want it to be a story, then you might want to get that for even more. If you do, toward the end of the reading, we'll be popping a link for it up there. You can also find a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. So let's get straight into your reading and find out what this reading is all about. It's about the Eight of Swords and the High Priestess. So there's something in your thinking, something that you're thinking, believing, that you believe is your intuition, but it's actually blocking you or holding you to something that isn't true. It's holding you in a place, it's trapping you. It's holding something that you're thinking is trapping you and preventing you from getting what it is that you want in your love life. You're thinking it's intuition, but it's a trap. Could be something that intuitively came to you at one point but is no longer true for your situation anymore, or this kind of thing happens when we are mistaking our feelings for intuition. So we can feel something and then we think it's our intuition, or we feel something and then our mind makes up a reason behind that, and then we think that that's intuition, and it's not. And it's kind of difficult to parse the two, to tell the difference between the two. We're complicated things as human beings. So, what's holding us back here? What's holding our crystals back? What is crossing crystals? It feels like that is crossing you at the moment, is preventing you from moving forward to what it is that you want. So this kind of thing, it can show up by us believing that someone is meant for us, even though every bit of evidence is saying that they're not. Okay, so this is what's crossing you. The Fool. The Fool takes a risk on something, hoping that it's going to pay off. The Fool goes into the unknown, taking a risk on it, hoping that it's going to pay off. The Nine of Wands is coming toward the end of a healing journey and needing to persist. And the Two of Wands, it's about making decisions for yourself of action to take. Okay, so this is saying that based on this intuition that you had, and it could have been intuition and it could have been right, something that came to you a year ago isn't necessarily right for you now. So it could have been correct intuition for you, correct guidance for you at that time, but you've held on to it and you're still believing it's true now. It could be that. And as a result, you're holding hope. Not holding hope, but you're taking a risk by still believing that, is what I'm getting from this. Because it's unknown, right? And you're taking a risk there. There's something to heal, says the Nine of Wands, or to complete healing. Two of Wands is a crossroads, but it's about making choices for action to take. So there's a reason, there's a healing that's going on with you at the moment, something that you're already working on, because it come out as the Four of Swords if it's something that you needed to instigate, but it's not. It's the Nine of Wands, so it's something that you have been healing within yourself, and it's been stopping you, preventing you from making good decisions for yourself, is what this is saying. And especially to create change. So it's been causing you to hold on to the past and want to keep going in that direction and take a risk on that, rather than setting sail on a new course, making a new decision for yourself, moving on, going, oh, that's not for me, I will find something that is for me, or I will do this new thing. And so this kind of an energy has you thinking, no, I've invested in this already and I believe this thing, I'm going to stick with this, I'm going to keep on down this path. Even though it's not working for me, I'm going to keep on doing that, because I don't know, I just feel like if I keep on doing it, it might come good, because that intuition was right. My intuition seems right, and so I'm just going to continue. Whereas this is saying that's holding you back, because really what needs to happen is you need to heal the thing within yourself that's stopping you from making good decisions for yourself and allowing yourself to be your own advocate and move toward what it is that you want in life. So in all idealness, we're totally in charge of our lives, right? And we realize we can do whatever we want. We can make our own decisions. And we will go with the flow of, yes, a mixture of intuition and of hard, cold facts, experience, actual evidence in our lives. And if we balance those up, so our logical mind with our intuition and, doing the inner work and all of that kind of thing, and we can navigate life, but we don't stay on one trajectory and get stuck there, right? And this is saying you're kind of stuck on a trajectory here, because intuition that you had is no longer true anymore, and you're sticking with it, and it's stopping you from making new decisions. And perhaps a lack of self-esteem or something else that you're healing is stopping you from making new decisions and moving on. So you've kind of got it double hard at the moment to set yourself free and make a new decision. Yeah. So how do things appear on the face of it in your love life? Six of Wands, like you're winning, like you can be the victor in all of this, like you can be seen to win. So there might be a bit of ego involved here as well, if you're wanting to win in this situation, to be right, for that intuition thing to be right, and if you hang on in there, then you'll show them and you'll end up with that person or something like that, Six of Wands. What's really behind that though? Page of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles. It's not reciprocated, is what's behind that, because Page of Pentacles is about you starting something new off, where reciprocation is. So you're in a situation, you're believing something that was your intuition in the past, however it's not true for you anymore, it's an unreciprocal relationship. You're continuing on down that path because you want to win, so that's it's become ego now, when you really should be starting something new that is reciprocal. And so relationships can be reciprocal and then become non-reciprocal. People can make an effort and then stop making an effort, and it's well within their rights to do that, and it doesn't mean that they should have carried on making an effort. We can all make our own choices. And here the Two of Wands is saying, girl, you need to make your own choices here too. They're allowed to make their own choices, and you need to set yourself free to be able to make your own choices that are best for you too. Okay, so recent past energies in this situation. Recent past. Five of Swords. It's not been going very well. Lots of internal conflict, kind of tearing yourself apart inside, really. What's coming in for you in the near future? I mean, when you're in a situation like this, it's not going to be a card of joy. It's not going to be the Sun card that comes out in this kind of situation. You're harming yourself. I mean, that there will be evidence with not feeling great because it's not in alignment, right? It's showing you you're not in alignment at the moment. Unless you're feeling pure joy, you're not in alignment at the moment. So it's yet more evidence that something needs to change here. Well, you've got direct communication coming in the near future. Eight of Swords, the High Priestess, is what the reading is all about. So fundamentally, this is about you believing something that isn't true anymore. What else is this reading about? It's about the King of Swords. It's about getting clarity on that. So you're needing to get clarity. You know what? I think that when you get clarity, or when you open your mind to the possibilities that what you've been believing isn't true, I think that's when you're going to get direct communication of a confirmation of that it isn't true. What are your fears? What are your fears? Page of Swords. Page of Swords is about them watching you. So you've probably got a belief about someone in particular here, right? They're noticing you. Knight of Wands. Yeah, these cards too, I was told. So there's attraction between you. So it's like they want to move forward on that attraction. Queen of Swords and the Three of Cups. But you're having, like, you saying no around other people. It's, okay, so your fears are that they're looking on and, like, it's almost like you've got yourself in stasis and you're kind of waiting for them. But what if they are coming toward me? What if they do want, you're afraid of having a boundary to them because of other people. So there's other people involved here as well. So you're afraid to close this down and just shut it off because there's still part of you that believes that it might happen. But that Knight of Wands, it's like, if they want you, if they like want to send you a message of like what you're doing at 2 a.m. It feels like a kind of thing. That's the Knight of Wands kind of an energy of, well, what if they want you? What if they give you some attention? So you're afraid to shut this down is what it's saying. Which makes me think like you're not realizing that there's 4 billion men in the world. This is just one of them. What are you hoping for? Queen of Pentacles with the King of Wands. You're the stable one, and them to make a move forward. The King of Wands, the passionate. So you're hoping that this is going to be a match. Okay, let's get your outcome cards out. So, as usual, I will be getting a progression of outcome cards out because we want the full story here of how this might play out. But I'll only be revealing the first of them in this reading. The rest of them I'm going to be revealing in the deeper dive read. The extended reading. In that extended reading, I'll also be getting cards out from these decks back here, and let's get into this. What is this healing then? What is the thing that's preventing you from making new decisions, good decisions for yourself, and moving on to something better, onwards and upwards? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yikes. 7. Gosh. Okay. You have 7 outcome cards here. It's quite a painful tale, this. And the first card out is you waiting. So you're going to be waiting some more. The Three of Wands, which makes me think like you don't believe this reading and that this is not a problem after all, and you're believing your intuition even more and you're going to stick it out. So more waiting, then this happens. Now you do have someone new coming in here. If you want to find out all about that, and as I said, I'm going to go into this healing, what it is that you need to heal in order to set yourself free so that you can make new decisions. and make change in your life and feel okay about that. If you're interested in that, if this sounds like it is your story, then you might want to get that deeper dive. I'll pop a link for it up there. And there's also a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. It's 20 Australian dollars, which is about 15 American dollars right now. And it's an instant watch kind of a thing. You do need to type your email address in very carefully, because you get that wrong, you won't receive it. Now the email, it might end up in your inbox, but it might end up in your spam, junk or promotions folder. Do check those places. In that email, you will see a link to the crystal, the flower and the shell. Click on the crystal on a device that you can open PDFs with. In that PDF, amongst other things, you'll see a picture of a video, and when you click on that, if it doesn't take you right away to a video, then just try it on a different device and it will. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to click like before you click off down there. Click that subscribe button if you're new, leave a comment. That'll get you an entry into a prize draw for a free reading with me at the end of the month, worth 160 Australian dollars. As we'll get in that deeper dive read as well, that'll get you entered into the second prize draw for another private reading with me worth 160 Australian dollars, so well worth doing that. But if this is where you're leaving me, good luck with all of this. If you're coming with me to that deeper dive read, then I will see you in there very shortly. So if you chose the flower, then this one's for you, flowers, along with the Muse Tarot. Let's give you a full Celtic Cross Tarot spread for your love life. Let's see what's going on, what's not going on, and why. Now, as usual, flowers, there's going to be a deeper dive to this. That's an extended reading that goes with it. If you find that it is your story, could be a story, or want it to be a story, then you might want to get that for even more. If you do, toward the end of the reading, I'll be popping a link for it up there. You can also find a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. Well, you've got a solid start here, because you're starting out possibly one of the best cards in the deck where it comes to love, which is the Ace of Emotions, which is all about falling in love. You're falling in love. You don't know the moon. You don't know how they feel. So you're falling for someone here. It's the start of something, Ace of Emotions, and the Moon card is about something yet to be revealed. So you're not sure how they feel about you is what it feels like here. So you've got a new beau, someone that you got your eye on. You're falling for them, so there's a lot of attraction there between you, and you're not sure how they're feeling. So what is hindering you? What's crossing you in this? What's crossing our flowers in this, please? The Queen of Materials. This is like an immovable kind of a force. So you're stable to the point of perhaps having not much space in your life, or for change, to add something new into your life. It could be that, but it's very much, it's kind of a stubbornness. I'm getting here an immovable stability. Stability is a good thing, right? To the point of when it gets bad for us, which is when we are immovable and stubborn and we don't want to embrace change and flow with change and things like that. So you could just be a little bit stubborn there, a little bit too firmly entrenched in your ways, let's put it that way. How do things appear on the face of it? You're looking for a long-term kind of thing, or this could be a long-term thing, you and this person. An Eight of Inspiration is forward movement and direct communication. So it's looking like this could be a long-term thing. What's really behind that? Three of Voices. Tell us more. Tell us more, please. Three of Voices. Heartbreak behind that, you see. And anguish. Heartbreak and anxiety. Okay. Right. So not that this is going to happen, however, it's appearing like this could be a long-term prospect for you, a long-term relationship for you. That's what you're thinking. And communication might happen, but there's a deep fear behind this, and anxiety that it could all go wrong. You put your heart on the line and you end up with your heart broken. It feels like a fear, this, because this is new. With that Moon card, you don't know how they're feeling yet. There's communication about long-term. So like you saying to them, I'm looking for a long-term relationship. The possibility of getting your heart broken is high with that. So it feels like nerves to me that everyone has at the start of a relationship. Like, what if they don't reciprocate, Recent past energies, where have you been in your love life lately? Recent past energies. Recent past energies. Six of Materials, reciprocation. Six of Materials, the materials kind of thing is, you could have had a lot of like-minded people, like-energied people around you, be like a lot of, what am I trying to say here? People around you where there's a lot of give and take and a lot of reciprocation going on. It feels like you've got yourself to a good place now where things are flowing. And what's coming in the near future? But it's very much materials. It's not of the heart, you know. Tower. There's going to be a surprise. Shake up. Tell us more. So you're going to get surprise, shock, take, lovers, and the Four of Materials, holding yourself back. So a surprise is coming in. It feels like you're going to pull your energy back from it, from lovers. Is that someone else? Or is it them? I don't know. Would you pull your energy back from them? I don't think so. Let's find out more. So the Moon and the Ace of Emotions is what this is about. You're falling for someone, but you're not sure if it's reciprocated. You're not sure of their feelings. What else is this reading about, please? Page of Emotions and the Five of Materials. Okay. High hopes is the Page of Emotions. High hopes for something, positive thinking about something, but this Five of Materials is like a long, slow walk in the snow alone. So it's like it's up to you. I feel like you're overly taking the responsibility of this relationship on with these cards coming out. Like it's all up to you. You need to make it happen. Page of Emotions got high hopes about it. It's almost like you're manifesting it, trying to manifest it by thinking positively about it. But that's putting all of the onus onto you. Now, a relationship is about two people, of course. It might serve you better just to be open, more open with this person and let them make the move forward. But let's see. What are your fears? Fears, something, if this person is in your workplace or you're in their workplace, there might be fears around that and other people too. But Muse of Emotions is about them having feelings about you, and the Ace of Voices at start. So you're actually start of something. You're fearing starting this off, perhaps because of the workplace or other people involved in it, or I go back to this Queen of Materials here. There's an element of your energy that's quite stubborn and unmoving. Now, if you have been in previous relationships where you are the guiding force in that relationship, the one that kind of takes on the burdens of the relationship, the one in lead of the relationship, then you might not want to do that anymore. You might not want to step into that masculine role and do that anymore. I was getting that from this, is that you're taking this on like it's you that needs to do this relationship, but that's not what relationships are about. So, but you've got a fear of actually getting into this relationship. Perhaps it changing a dynamic in the workplace or something like that, or around other people. What are you hoping for? The Two of Materials, balancing things up. Yeah. Feels like there's like a subcontext with this reading of you don't want similar relationships than you've had in the past, and so you need to do things differently this time. It feels like you kind of are doing things differently, but you're in the unknown, the Moon. It's like, but I've never tried to get into a relationship like this before. What do I do here? Like, what am I supposed to do? So hoping for like a balancing effect here. So it's not just about this relationship, it's about you getting into a different kind of a relationship and doing things differently. Let's get your outcome cards out. So as usual, I'm going to get a full progression of outcome cards out for you, so we get the full story. But I will only be revealing the first one, the first card in this reading. The rest of them I'll be revealing in the deeper dive read, along with cards from these decks back here as well to give you more advice, guidance, and all of that kind of thing. Let's get into their energy as well in that deeper dive read. Ooh. Find out about them. Let's get messages out from them and get into their energy, see what's going on for them. How are they feeling? Let's just get your outcome cards out first. Doo-ba-doo. That's 5, and then Let's go again, please. Too many cards came out then. And then what? There we go. All right. Okay, so 6 outcome cards out here. The first one is the Page of Materials. This is about you planting a seed to start something off, right? But it's about you doing it in your imagination first. So dreaming a dream of this. You know how you're in a lot of fear here of starting this out and you're kind of immovable. Instead, instead of the anxiety and all of that, like what if it goes wrong? Stop putting yourself in the lead in this relationship. And instead imagine this playing out like perfectly. And you being the recipient of it and it flowing wonderfully. Imagine that and get manifesting. Because once you get into that kind of an energy, you're going to be open to the flow of the universe. And the universe putting them in front of you and fun things happening and all of that kind of stuff, you know, that brings you together. It's about taking the heat off yourself and getting more into your imagination of how this might unfold perfectly. Well, if that sounds like it is your story, it could be a story, you might want to get that deeper dive for even more. If you want that, I'll pop a link for up there. There's also a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. It's 20 Australian dollars, which is about 15 American dollars right now, and it's an instant watch kind of a thing. You do need to type your email address in very carefully. Get that wrong, you won't receive it. Now, the email, it might end up in your inbox, but it might end up in your spam, junk, or promotions folder. Do check those places. In that email, you will see a link to the crystal, the flower, and the shell. Click on the flower. On a device you can open PDFs with. In that PDF, amongst other things, you'll see a picture of a video, and when you click on that, if it doesn't take you right away to a video, just try it on a different device and it will. So thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to click like before you click off down there. Click that subscribe button if you're new. Leave a comment. That'll get you an entry into that prize draw for a free reading with me at the end of the month. As we'll get in that deeper dive read as well, that'll get you entered into the second prize draw too for a free reading with me worth 160 Australian dollars. So well worth doing those things. But if this is where you're leaving me, good luck with all of this. If you're coming with me to that deeper dive read, then I will see you in there very shortly. If you chose the shell along with the Tarot of Mystical Moments, then this one's for you. Let's give you a full Celtic cross read and find out about your love life. What's going on, what's not going on, and why. What are the reasons behind it? Now, as usual, shells, there's going to be a deeper dive to this. That's an extended reading that goes with it. If you find that it is your story, could be a story, or want it to be a story, then you might want to get that for even more. If you do, I will pop a link for up there toward the end of the reading, and you'll also find a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. I'm hesitating because I'm already channeling. They're giving me information already, so let's get it out of me. You've got the Devil and the Ten of Swords here. We're talking breakup. Is something just broken down or recently broken down? Negative, painful energy about it, and there's an unknown, something not being revealed. This could be a situation where someone's backed off from you. They haven't told you why. There's ghosting. There's ghosting here. Ten of Swords. This is painful. This is a painful situation that you've got going on with someone here. And it's all left in the unknown, so unresolved. They haven't told you. You don't know what's going on. Someone could have blocked someone else as well. It's pain. You've got a lot of pain going on here. Wow. Okay. What is crossing you? Page of Swords. Learning. Learning from where you've been, so you've got a new perspective. Learning from the lessons, so you've got a new perspective. So there is a way, this is saying that there is a way for you to gain clarity about this. Now, there is a reason why people pull away and then there's like no closure, there's no resolution. Sometimes it's just someone doesn't know why, they can't articulate it, they can't put it into words, there's just something off about the energy. And so they're just like, I don't want to deal with this. It can be when they just don't have the communication skills to do that, or they're really triggered by confrontation, things like that. It can be when we've shown enough toxic traits that they're kind of afraid to do that. Now, I'm not saying that you're a toxic person, but we all have toxic traits and we can be toxic towards certain people. We can. There's something for you to learn here, and it's crossing you kind of that you aren't learning it, or you haven't seen it yet. Let's see if we can help you see what they're going on about there. Because the Page of Swords learns from what has gone on before so they can do things differently next time. How are things appearing on the surface? So how does it appear on the surface of your love life right now? Nine of Cups, your wishes, and the King of Swords. It's like you getting clarity on that, what your wishes are within a relationship. Well, that's good. So your wishes within a relationship, what you want within a relationship. Sometimes, as women especially, we can go into, oh no, men too, men do this too. We can go into a relationship wanting to love the other person. So I want to make them happy, and then we forget what our relationship needs are. So you might be gaining clarity on what your relationship needs are. You know, so it's like someone that doesn't communicate with you. Well, then you know. Your Page of Swords moment is, well, I'll learn from that. I want to choose someone that is good at communicating so that I'm clear. Because you can't have a good relationship without communication. If they've backed off from communication, then it just shows you that one of your relationship needs, wishes, requirements is someone that communicates. What's really behind that? The Fool. Taking a risk, starting something off, getting into it. Now, when this relationship started off, was it based on anything? I mean, or was it just an attraction and a feeling that you had toward them? Did you base it on getting to know them and going, oh, we have the same moral values, we want the same things from life and in a relationship, and we've got a lot in common, and we are, you know? In other words, did this relationship start off just like throwing yourself in? It's like, let's just take a chance on this, and sort of committing before you actually knew the person to make a solid decision based on them. You see, we want to get into a relationship with someone that can fulfill our relationship needs. And if you don't know what those relationship needs are, and you're not making sure that those needs can be met before you even commit to a relationship, you just throw yourself in like the Fool, give it a go. Let's just give it a try. I don't know whether I'm going to like this person. I don't know whether they're going to be able to meet my relationship needs, but just I've got a strong feeling for them and I fancy them, so let's just do it. That it's not a good foundation for a relationship now. We need to be choosing better than that. So this relationship could just be to show you, look, communication is really important, so you need to be having way more of it up front and not just getting into a relationship based on that. Well, let's just give it a go. So recent past energies. You know, I say this stuff because I've learned it myself. I used to start the relationship off in a way on the first date. That was my mindset. Whereas I don't do that anymore. First date, second date, third date, I'm still in the choosing process. I don't get too involved yet. I still don't know them enough to decide whether I want to be in a relationship with them or not. And so I slow it right down to get to know them first. Sometimes it not being about dating. In fact, most of the time it's not about dating at all. It's about getting to know them in a social context in the gym or whatever, around other people, getting to know them first. And then taking it to a date kind of a situation. And basing it on that is like, is this a good choice for me? And then only getting committed into a relationship once I've decided that it is. And they have too, you know. That, way more sensible. But I used to dive in there. So you've had a recent past Tower moment. So yeah, it's falling apart. I can see that. 10 of Swords, and it's painful too. Because it's all unknown. Zoinks. What's coming in the near future? A need to protect yourself. And no, it's not that card. There's a need to protect yourself. You're going to have to protect yourself. You're going to have to say no. So be protecting your wishes more. I think as women, we need to be the gatekeepers as well, you know, of relationships, really. Because guys are more inclined to just want a physical connection and want to go with that first. Women, we get too connected when we have those physical connections, and so sometimes we've got to be the gatekeepers and kind of delay that part of it, not to manipulate them or anything like that, just to get really clear, because we know once that physical aspect happens, that's kind of when we're committed, because we release oxytocin, when we're physical with someone and it brings us closer to them. Men don't release oxytocin, not until they're in love with someone do they do that. So yeah, there's a need to protect yourself, to understand ourselves, how you get into a relationship, understand yourself, and then protect yourself in that. What else is this reading about? It's painful energy you're going through. The Lovers. The Lovers is kind of a superficial kind of an energy to me. So the Lovers it's about choice. But the Lovers to me, the Two of Emotions, the Two of Cups is like a love match, someone that's made for you, you know? A real matchy kind of an energy. Whereas Lovers is more like, hey babe, let's go. You're coming in. It's more of a superficial level kind of thing. A lover, do you know what I mean? It's like how would you introduce someone to someone? If a friend came up to you and said, this is my lover, you'd be like, oh, you guys, you're just like flinging with each other for a while. That's what I would think, right? So that's that lover's kind of an energy. So that has its place. We can have a lover, no problem. But then thinking, like committing to that is another thing. Do you know what I mean? It's a different kind of relationship. And a lover's relationship doesn't necessarily, probably very rarely, changes into a Two of Cups, I would say. Because someone that's looking for the lover's energy isn't the same as someone that's looking for a lifetime partner. They do things differently. And I believe like you need to do things differently as well. So, what are your fears? The Emperor, but it's you. It's the divine. It's the Emperor, but it's the female version. So it's you being in the masculine energy. So you're fearing being in the masculine energy here. Oh. What are your hopes? Hopes? Nine of Pentacles. It's for your wishes to be fulfilled, but the Nine of Pentacles is like single and independent and fulfilled. You're fulfilling yourself. It feels like a regaining stability. Okay. I'm just distracted by her skirt here. See how her skirt, even though she's sat down, the pattern is just kind of face flat. Same as his tattoos too. If he were to put his arms down, his tattoos wouldn't look right. But they're straight only because he's got his arms out like that. And that's not right, is it? It's distracted me. The artwork on these cards are distracting me. It should be a little bit foldy. Do you know what I mean? Anyway. Just getting distracted by the cards. Let's get your outcome cards out. So where is this headed then? Now, I'm going to get quite a few outcome cards out because I want the full picture here, but I will only be revealing the first one of them in this reading. And the rest of them I'll be revealing in the deeper dive read, that extended reading. Yes. I like this. I like this for you. This is awesome. And then, oh, too many. Okay, one more shuffle. If I don't get any more, oh, there you go. Right. Okay, so 1, 2, you got 7 outcome cards there. And I do like this story for you. First one is this. It's you. It's the King of Pentacles. It's you being solid and stable within yourself, mastering your pentacles, your material world, being really stable in yourself. So it's a far cry from this 10 of Swords and the Devil and the Moon energy. This is you getting back to stability again in yourself. And I think this, it pertains to this. You're wishing for the 9 of Pentacles to get back to your stability again, to get back on with life again and feel good about yourself and life again, single, independent, and all of that kind of thing. King of Pentacles is you doing just that. And that is a place to get to first, for sure. in all of this reading, is picking yourself up from there. They've shown that they've not got the relationship skills, and they're very not talking to you about it. No resolution. So you don't want to have a relationship with this person, really. When they've shown you that they can't resolve things and they won't talk to you about things, that is not someone you can have a healthy relationship with. It's not someone you can have a healthy breakup with. It's not someone you can have a healthy anything with when there's lack of communication there. So what you want is to learn from that. And so you want someone that's a good communicator. You've added that to your list, right? Especially in emotional times or when there's problems and things like that. King of Pentacles. You want someone that addresses things, right? So you're getting back into your stability first of all, and then this. If you want to find out what these are for the rest of the outcome, you want to get that deeper dive, I'll pop a link for it up there. There's also a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. It's 20 Australian dollars, which is about 15 American dollars right now, and it's an instant watch kind of a thing. You do need to type your email address in very carefully, because you get that wrong, you won't receive it. Now the email, it might end up in your inbox, but it might end up in your spam, junk, or promotions folder. Do check those places. In that email, you will see a link to the crystal, the flower, and the shell. Click on the shell. On a device you can open PDFs with. In that PDF, amongst other things, you'll see a picture of a video, and when you click on that, if it doesn't take you right away to a video, just try it on a different device, and it will. So thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to click like before you click off down there. Click that subscribe button if you're new. Leave a comment, that'll get you an entry into that prize draw for a free reading with me at the end of the month. I do, as we'll get in that deeper dive read as well, I'll get you entered into a second prize draw too. So good luck with winning those. But if this is where you're leaving me, good luck with all of this. If you're coming with me to that deeper dive read, then I'll see you in there very shortly.